Hello friends, good morning. How are you all? I hope you all are doing good. My dear students, I am Parekh sir, your physics teacher. In the previous class, we learned what is matter in the prospect of physics. And I am very, very happy and thankful to you for liking, subscribing and sharing. All right, so thank you children once again, and I hope this video of today about the proving that solids and liquids have weight and hence have a mass, you will like it. You will like it. My dear children, before I begin, I want to tell you a small story. There was a village and a marriage was fixed. Okay, and the procession came to the village for the marriage function, but the father of the girl told to the father of the boy that this marriage can be held only if you make the river beside that is flowing, it should have milk flowing into it. It should have milk flowing into it, only then this marriage will be held, otherwise cancelled. Oh, that was really a very, very serious matter. Each member of that marriage party from the boy side were very much anxious. What will happen now? We will have to go back because this is very impossible. This is next to impossible to see milk flowing in the river instead of water. It was really a very big problem. Now, all the members were thinking what to do. But there was no answer. Nobody was having answer of this problem. Finally, father of the boy thought about his old friend. He was an old man. And he went to him. He was in the marriage party itself and asked, "Dear, there is a very big problem. We'll have to go back." The old man asked, What happened? Tell me." Father of the boy explained the story. The father of the girl is saying, if milk will be flowing in the river, which is beside that village, only then this marriage will held, otherwise go back. The old man smiled and said, "That is not a big deal, my dear. This is very simple. Why to go back? Marriage will be held, and will be held." The father of the boy asked, "But how?" He said, "Go to the father of the girl and tell him that we are ready with the enough milk. We are ready with the enough milk to flow in the river. First you remove the water from the river. And to your surprise, my dear children, the problem was solved because it was not possible for the party of the girl to remove the water from the river. And so, happily the marriage was held and everybody was happy. My dear children, what we learn out of this story? We learn that problems are not there. Problems are there, okay, but solutions are also there. We have to think critically. And if we think, we can get the answer. If we think, we can get the answer. Alright, so dear children, never ever think that this is a problem. You have to be very careful and think critically in order to find the solution. So here we are learning, proving that solids and liquids have weight and hence have a mass. What we do? We take an old plastic bottle. Okay, we cut it into two parts and we make a beaker. See, as it is given in the picture. As it is given in the picture. Let me use the annotation. We make beaker the way it is shown in the picture. Alright, now what we do? We tie it to a strong thread in such a way, as you see in the picture, in such a way that it makes a suspension loop, which can be suspended with the hook of the spring balance. And then we note down the weight of the beaker. Now what we do? We fill the beaker with sugar. And note the weight by reading the scale on the spring balance. We see that the spring balance shows more weight now. The weight is more. So in this way, we come to the conclusion that sugar, which is a solid material, has weight and therefore has a mass. Now we repeat this experiment by using milk or water instead of sugar. And again we see that the spring balance shows less weight as compared to the previous instance when we used sugar. So, from this experiment we conclude that solids and liquids have weight and hence have a mass. In the next experiment, we will learn that air has weight and so has a mass. How? What we do? We make a simple balance with the help of a ruler and string, as you see in the picture. We tie one end of the piece of the string to the center of the ruler. Center of the ruler. At 6-inch mark, see, you can see it. 6-inch mark. Tie the other end to the hanger so that ruler hangs horizontally below it. Now what we do? We blow up two large and similar sized balloons to the same size. The one balloon to the ruler at the 1 inch we tie and mark, and other at the 11 inch. And now we adjust the string so that it makes the ruler level and balloons balanced. The filled air causes the balloons to stretch and grow bigger. The air takes up space and exerts pressure on the sides of the balloon. Now we burst one of the balloons with a pin or a needle to allow the air to escape, to go away into the atmosphere. And what we see? The ruler will tilt down towards the balloon that still contains air. The ruler will tilt down towards the balloon still contains air. Because it has more mass than the empty balloon, or the balloon which has been burst with the help of pin. So in this way, difference in mass of the balloons is equal to the mass of air contained in the balloon. So in this way, we come to the conclusion that air has weight and hence has mass. Now, one more experiment, my dear children, to prove that solids and liquids occupy space. How we conduct this experiment? Take a glass stopper, tie it with the help of a fine cotton thread. Place a overflow jar on the wooden block. This apparatus is called as overflow jar. This is wooden block. And now what we do, slowly pour water into this overflow jar till the water just starts overflowing through its spout. This is spout. Now we stop pouring water at this moment. In this situation, the water in the overflow jar is at the verge of overflowing. Verge of overflowing. This is verge of overflowing. Now what we do, place a clean and dry beaker under the spout of the overflow jar. Now we slowly, gently lower the glass stopper tied with the fine cotton thread into the water in the overflow jar till it gets completely immersed. At the same time, the water overflows through the spout and gets collected in this beaker. Now what we do, we remove the glass stopper from the overflow jar and pour the water collected in the beaker into the overflow jar. And we see that overflow jar is filled till the level of its spout. So, we come to the conclusion that solids and liquids occupy space. The glass stopper occupies space and thus pushes the water out of the overflow jar through the spout. The water also occupies space as the water which was collected in the beaker fills the overflow jar till the level of its spout. And one more experiment, my dear, in order to understand that liquids, for example water, and gases, air, occupy space. So, to prove this, we take 2 empty glasses and a bucket of water. Turn the glass upside down and then push it into the water in the bucket. You can conduct this experiment in home as well. And you know, children, about 2/3 of the glass remains unfilled. Unfilled means without water. Why? Due to the air trapped in the glass, which does not allow water to rise up in the glass. So in this way, we can say air occupies space. Now, bring the second glass in the water in a similar manner and keep it near the first one. Tilt the first glass gently and let the air from that escape into the second glass. Wow! It is noticed, my dear children, that bubbles of air rush out from the first glass, and to take its place, water flows into the glass. Similarly, bubbles of the air from the first glass take their space in the second glass. Wow! In this way, it is observed that the first glass gets filled with the water, while the second glass, when the second one, the volume of the air increases. And thus, we can say that liquids, water, and gases, air, occupy space. So for today, this much only. I will come back to you with another interesting video in physics. Till then, keep smiling and learning new things, and take care of your health. Thank you, children, for being with me. We'll meet again in the next time. Till then, take care. Bye bye.